The big story that we are tracking for you this afternoon on Times Now is the latest as far as social media giants operating in India are concerned. They are yet to comply with the government rules. That's the big breaking news that we have for you. The deadline is ending today. Centre had provided, remember, a 3-month window to social media firms to comply with its rules, and big firms have not really submitted the compliance report. Now, on the day of the deadline, Facebook has responded to Times Now's query. Facebook has assured commitment to Times Now. That is the big breaking update that we have for you right now. As of now, the only information we had got was that Indian social media company, social media platform Koo was the only company to have actually submitted a compliance report. And now first reaction coming from Facebook as well. Megha Prasad joining us on the broadcast for more on this. Megha, what is it that Facebook is saying in the statement issued to Times Now?
Well, Hina, I'm reading the statement, the email that we've received from Facebook, and Facebook says that we aim to comply with the provisions of the IT rules and continue to discuss a few of the issues which need more engagement with the government. Pursuant to the IT rules, we are working to implement operational processes and improve efficiencies. Facebook remains committed to people's ability to freely and safely express themselves on our platform. Well, to be very honest, you can't make much out of the statement, right? All you can understand is that they are not going to comply with the deadline, with the IT rules, the provisions of the IT rules till the deadline. The deadline gets over today, so that compliance isn't coming, because Facebook says in the statement that they need more engagement and more conversation on some issues with the government. Question right now arises, Hina, that if this is what they required, then why wait for the end of the deadline? Why did they then not speak to the government or write to the government before that, or have they? If they have, is the government then going to allow them extra time for compliance? Now, these are the things that we are waiting to hear from the government right now, because today when they say that they are, while they have clearly not said that they are not going to comply, it's quite clear with this answer that they need more time and they need more negotiation, they need more talks with the government to iron out issues which need more attention as per them. Now, we are yet to hear from the government, because the government has said that, they can be liable for action if they do not adhere to the deadline today. Now, Hina, you rightly said, as far as we have learned, only Koo has, written back to the government complying with the new IT rules. Apart from Koo, we haven't really heard from any other social media platform that have complied to what the government has asked for. So here you hear from the Facebook, if Twitter has written to the government telling them about what the current status is as far as compliance is concerned. Twitter has not complied. It's quite complied to these new rules. It's quite clear. So what happens to the other social media platforms? We are still awaiting answers from them. By the end of today, maybe, we'll have a clearer picture, Hina.
All right. Thank you very much, Megha Prasad, for joining us and explaining to us the inputs that we've got from Facebook on this particular story. First statement coming from Facebook. Thank you for the moment. Let's now move on, and we are now joined by Apramya Radhakrishna, who is the co-founder and CEO of Koo. Thank you very much, Mr. Radhakrishna, for joining us here on Times Now. Your company, in fact, is the only social media company having a user base of about 50 lakh plus, and which has in fact responded to this rule book that the center had released on 25th of February. I believe that you have submitted the status report. Can you tell us a little bit more about it? What kind of changes did you have to make as per the new rules?
Yeah, I think the intermediary guidelines broadly, when we went through it, is very user-centric. So having a grievance officer or a nodal officer for the relevant authorities to get in touch, or having a chief compliance officer to make sure that the compliance is happening as per the guidelines. I think these were all something that was definitely useful for a user and gives confidence for social media users in India. And we went about figuring out who is the right person to be appointed for these roles, and we named the relevant folks to be responsible for these within the organization. So I think that was actually quite easy for us. Yeah.
Okay, it wasn't really difficult for you. That's the sense you are giving to us, Pramya. Now, do you think that for a specific reason we are seeing the global giants, in fact, not really complying to the rules here in India? According to you, are they duty bound to do so?
Well, I don't really want to comment on what others do. We are very clear. We're India registered. We operate out of India. If the user is benefiting from certain guidelines that have been passed, I think it's fair to keep progressing in the right direction so that social media and internet usage becomes safer for every user in India, right? Now, what others have, constraints on, really don't know. But I think as an India registered company, we've been able to do it quite easily.
Okay. Pramya, two very important points you mentioned. One, that the platform with the new rules becomes very safe for users. And you also said that, it's very user-centric. So can you tell us a little bit about how things are going to change with these new guidelines in place? Why do you say that it's going to make it quite safe for the users, with the new guidelines? What really changes for the people who are on this particular app?
While using social media in India, it makes all social media adhere to the same norms, which means everybody has a similar process for redressing any grievances that are brought up by a user, right? There should be an email address, there should be a person they can contact at any point in time. Today, some platforms may have it, some platforms may not have it. Or it might be confusing as to where to go for each platform, right? As a user of multiple social media networks, you should be able to reach out when you feel, there is a problem with, whatever you feel is on the network, right? So I think that ease of figuring out who to reach out to, either for the user or for the authorities, is very important, right? So at the end of it, 99% or more of the users actually comply. It's like traffic rules, right? Like, most people comply. The ones who break it are the ones who, need to be fined or reprimanded, right? So it's similar. So the guys who break the rules by posting pornography, child pornography, harass people, in order to make sure that you can complain about those things in an easy manner, I think this is what the guidelines broadly brings out, and that is very user-centric. That's why I say it's user-centric.
Okay. Now, Pramya, we know that, Indian government specifically has supported your platform as well, not just by, releasing important updates and data on your website first and then coming to other social media platforms, in a way also urging people to follow them on Koo app specifically. But for Twitter, other social media, company that we have operating in India, the government has maintained that, it has been quite selective when it comes to the directions coming from the center or when it comes to censoring tweets. Any thoughts on this selectivity chart specifically?
No, that's between Twitter and the authorities. As in, I can only comment on what Koo does and what Koo would like to do. So I'd want to stay in that domain.
Okay, but in the last few months, how much has been the growth in the subscribers as far as Koo is concerned, considering, the IT minister, Commerce Minister Piyush Goyal himself came and urged people to follow them on the Koo app, the Desi version as we've been calling it. How much has been the growth in subscribers?
Yeah, so I think in the last 3 months we've kind of doubled our subscriber base, which is fantastic. Our growth has been predominantly organic. A lot of positivity, a lot of people who have appreciated us for giving a voice to those who don't know English. The word is spreading. The word is spreading, and I think it's extremely important for us to make sure that everyone is heard in this country, irrespective of whether they know a particular language or not. So the growth has been very good.
All right, Pramya Radhakrishnan, appreciate you joining us here on Times Now, co-founder and CEO,